To the three-quarter modified heat races. Ladies and gentlemen, here's your starting lineup. Starting on the pole out of Palm Coast, Florida, in the Flying Hillbilly Racing Honda engine, Mobile Mark Palm Coast Springs, TAK Environmental Radical Race Skier, HJ Construction, number 9 of Logan Malone. On the outside of row number 1, out of Bacalacqua, Florida, in the one car is C.R. Hill. Starting in the third spot, out of De Leon Springs, Florida, in the Flying Hillbilly Racing, Oz Cycles, Vintage Homes, West Volusia Design, Superior Engineering, Morgan Speed Solution, Action Graphics, number 7 of Chris Olmstead. On the outside of row number 2 from Palm Coast, Florida, in the Diesel Donkey Garage, AidenHasAposse.org, number 88 of Aiden Foley. On the inside of row number 3 from Lake Helen, Florida, in the Catfish Chassis Kawasaki engines, A&W Roofing, or AWS Roofing, DeLand Chiropractic, Brad's Drywalls, Fit Club Gymnastics of Orange City, Advanced Renovations, A Level Above Carpentry, Allen Plum and Action Graphics, number 27 of Stephen Powers. On the outside of row number 3, from Orange City, Florida, Flying Hillbilly Racing, Vintage Custom Home, Fance Farms, Oz Cycles, number 3X of Scott Derlin. On the inside of row number 4, out of De Leon Springs, Florida, in the Blackjack Race Cars, Blackjack Racing, Young's Enterprise, Jones Family and Friends, PEI Plaza 101 Car Wash, number 51 of Dustin Peterson. And starting shotgun on the field out of Pearson, Florida, in this CLR chassis, Lane Septic, WDW Concrete, Greener Acres Lawn Service, Aunt Marcia's Oz Cycles, number 26L of Colton Lane. We are under green, three-quarter modified heat race number 1, 6 laps, going to settle it. Down the front straightaway we go.
Logan Malone goes to the lead. He jumps up about a half a groove. Olmsted goes to the bottom into the second spot. One slow in turn number 2.
That's the Aiden Foley machine. Foley in the 88F got an issue off of turn number 2, trying to go down the back straightaway. The yellow flag is going to come out. And we are under yellow for Aiden Foley, as something amiss on that 88 machine. Tom, he went down the front straightaway, looked okay, but going into 1, it just kind of died on him.
It did. It looked like the engine had just shut down on him. So we'll have to see if we can't get an update of what caused that problem. They're going to push him back to the attention of his crew and see if they can't get that fixed in time for the feature.
So Aiden Foley getting assist from the safety crews, and hopefully something minor on the 88F. So Chris Olmsted, the number 7 machine. Chris has a feature win. He just started racing, Tom, about a year and a half ago. And you talk about a kid full of enthusiasm. That Chris Olmsted kid, he is turned into quite the little driver here. And you might recognize the name. Maybe did he run the bull ring over there?
Yeah, he's one of the drivers who run over at the bull ring. A lot of the guys run all the tracks when they were traveling around, but now that the three-quarters have found a home here at Volusia Speedway Park, not everybody makes the trek over to the bull ring, and the bull ring will attract some fellas from Tallahassee area.
Right.
They'll come down to run with this class.
So we're going to rack them up once again. This is kind of embarrassing. That's Scott Durley. Is he late? So, is this a great restart?
We're going to line them back up. Logan Malone in car number 9 at the point, alongside the 3X of Scott Derlin. Row number 2, the 7 of Chris Olmsted.
So it will be a complete restart, as they did not complete that lap. That's why it's not a Delaware double file restart. And we'll talk about that when we have one a little bit later. So we're ready to pull the trigger. Once again, three-quarter modified heat race number 1. Back under green. Here they come down the front straightaway. Who's going to lead them into 1?
Logan Malone, he'll power to the point. Olmsted will follow him through. They'll run down low, and your leader drifts up a little. Olmsted finds a little daylight and takes a peek, and let's see if he can close the gap. He's going to take a look into 3.
Turning off of turn number 4, we got a battle for that number 1 spot. Chris Olmsted on the bottom takes over that number 1 spot. So Olmsted now your leader. Don't look now, but here comes that 27 of Stephen Powers.
Stephen Powers holds on to the inside. Got a little bit sideways in the middle of turn 1 and 2, but he's solidly in the second spot. And here comes the number 51 machine making the move. I believe that's the 51 machine moving up into the 3rd spot.
Dustin Peterson, yes, in that number 51. Peterson likes running up front, trying to get there here tonight. Meanwhile, everybody chasing the Chris Olmsted machine. Powers in 2nd, Peterson in the 3rd spot. Malone shuffled back to 4th. It'll be lap number 3 this time by.
Powers looks to the inside, looking to take the lead off of turn 4. He's within a car length of Olmsted. Diving into turn number 1, he'll continue looking. Not quite there, but gaining every time.
Stephen Powers, little right rear quarter panel damage on that number 27 machine. Not a problem, though, as that hot rod dialed in here tonight. It was less than 0.3 of a second last time by. Powers with a good run through 3 and 4, but it's still Chris Olmsted, your leader.
And I was talking to Stephen Powers earlier today, and he wasn't sure if he was going to run tonight. He didn't get any sleep last night, but he looks like he's got a good handle on it tonight, trying to find in the next couple of laps the opportunity to go by Olmsted and take the win.
It will be the white flag this time by. Olmsted still your leader. Powers all over the back bumper. Here comes Powers on the inside. Could it be a chicken wing off of 2? Not going to happen. Olmsted and Powers side by side for the win.
Side by side. Here they come. Powers to the inside. Powers takes the point. He drifts high. Olmsted is going to take the crisscross. They're going to come side by side. It will be Olmsted at the checkered.
So what a battle, three-quarter modified heat race number 1 right to the wire. Chris Olmsted by 4/100ths of a second over Stephen Powers, Dustin Peterson in third, Logan Malone, Colton Lane rounding out the top 5. What a race, heat race number 1 for the three-quarter modifieds.
And you know what, Bob? The part I liked about that is they traded places. They ran close, but they didn't have to knock each other out of the way. Good, clean racing.
Absolutely. All right, folks, we're going to roll right into heat race number 2. Folks, here's your starting